Yellowstone fans already slating 1944 prequel plans as they point out Taylor Sheridan's mistake. Yellowstone prequel 1923 has just come to an end on Paramount Plus, and it left fans in tears with its harrowing 2-hour finale. The Taylor Sheridan series saw Alex, played by Julia Schlapfer, and Spencer Dutton, Brandon Sklenar, reunite in the snow after he jumped off a passing train, having spotted her next to her abandoned car. Unfortunately, their reunion did not last long as Alex was taken off to the hospital to be treated for hypothermia. After delivering her baby boy 3 months early, she was told she would not make it through the night if she refused amputation of her frostbitten hands and feet. There have been talks of another prequel, titled 1944, which have been backed by Spencer actor Sklenar, and it would take place amidst the Second World War. Viewers already feel viewership could have been much higher had Sheridan kept Alex alive long enough to make it back to the ranch, as she and Spencer became the fan-favorite characters. Taking to Reddit, Secretary said, "Taylor is an idiot. I'm talking money." Spencer and Alex were everything to people who didn't give a f about Yellowstone, and those who love Yellowstone too. Like, even if you offer before 1944, keep her alive on the ranch for a while, and you have a veritable cache of flashbacks that people will tune into 1944 all damn day and night for. She didn't even make it to the ranch, and he is so dang stupid for dropping the ball here when he had 2 years to see the fandom and do a rewrite to keep that audience panting and tuning in for snippets of these two. Sklenar has previously opened up about how he would be interested in reprising his role as Spencer for a 1944 prequel. Yet fans were hoping he would feature alongside his formidable wife, with Steffi 619 adding, "I'm right there with you. The first time I watched the ending, I was in shock. The second time, I cried my eyes out because Alex and Spencer have the best chemistry ever." And I also agree that Brandon Sklenar should only play Spencer. He was amazing in this role. Tacoma Beast 538 shared, "I completely agree with you. It really bothers me how Alex was reduced to a plot device, and now Spencer's character feels like he's being left to crumble without her. It's frustrating because it was clear she was healing him, and leaving him like this just feels like a plot hole. I'm not sure how anyone could want to watch a broken Spencer for a whole series. It would be hard to watch him as a shell of who he once was." There are plenty of fans who loved the 1923 ending, which has been branded beautiful. Taking to X, formerly known as Twitter, fans shared their reactions to the final episode. One wrote, "OMG 1923. Last episode made up for the last few dull ones. Cried my eyes out. Very well done." Before the dust has even settled on the final season of Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan's latest expansion of the Dutton dynasty, 1944, is already facing backlash. Fans of the neo-Western saga are voicing skepticism, citing fatigue, timeline confusion, and what some are calling a fundamental mistake in Sheridan's world-building approach. Announced as a continuation of the Yellowstone prequel universe, which already includes 1883 and 1923, 1944 is meant to fill in yet another chapter of the Dutton family's blood-soaked legacy. But within hours of the announcement, fan forums, social media threads, and even devoted Yellowstone Reddit groups lit up with concern. "Enough already," wrote one Reddit user. "We don't need 1944. We need closure for Yellowstone. We need answers for 1923. Sheridan's juggling too many Duttons and not enough resolutions." It's a sentiment that has grown louder with each new prequel announcement. While 1883 was widely praised as a tightly written, emotionally wrenching story about the Duttons' arrival in Montana, 1923 expanded the saga with grandeur. and a cliffhanger-heavy plot that's still unfinished. Now, 1944 enters the picture, and fans are asking, why keep spinning new chapters when the old ones remain wide open? A timeline too tangled? The number one complaint among fan centers on what they call a timeline tangle. With 3 time periods in play, 1883, 1923, and the modern-day Yellowstone, introducing a 4th adds more narrative complexity than some viewers are willing to follow. Wait, so Jack Dutton from 1923 is now an old man in 1944? Or is this another generation entirely? Are we just guessing who begat who now? Hosted a fan on X, formerly Twitter, echoing widespread confusion. Sheridan has long prided himself on a rich, character-driven storytelling style. But some fans argue that he's lost the thread by prioritizing world expansion over coherence. Sheridan's mistake, wrote one user on Facebook, is thinking that every decade of the Dutton family needs a spin-off. He's forgotten that what made Yellowstone great was not the volume of content. It was the tight, high-stakes storytelling. Where's the focus? Others point out that Sheridan's empire building, with spin-offs like Lawman, Bass Reeves, Special Ops, Lioness, and the upcoming Landman, is stretching him too thin. Devotees worry that 1944 will end up half-baked, like a historical placeholder meant to fill programming gaps, rather than genuinely deepen the Dutton lore. One viral TikTok summed it up. Taylor Sheridan is the cowboy version of the MCU right now. But we don't need Dutton. Endgame. We need emotional payoff. Even industry insiders have whispered doubts. An anonymous crew member allegedly told a fan blog that 1944 was rushed into development to capitalize on Yellowstone's fading momentum and keep Paramount Plus subscribers engaged. Missed opportunity or milking the brand. The fan frustration may also be rooted in a fear that the Yellowstone brand is being milked dry. As the flagship series wraps amid off-screen drama, including tension between Sheridan and star Kevin Costner, some viewers feel disillusioned. You can't just slap a new date on a show and expect people to care, said longtime fan Teresa Alcott from Billings, Montana. These characters used to mean something. Now it feels like they're just filling in gaps with cowboy cameos and wartime aesthetics. The setting of 1944 has also raised eyebrows. Rumors suggest it will explore how World War II affected the Dutton Ranch, with themes of returning soldiers, shifting power structures, and possibly the introduction of Native American veterans reclaiming their place in Montana. While potentially rich territory for storytelling, some fans worry it's not a narrative Sheridan can handle with the same sensitivity he brought to 1883. 1944 could be powerful, one Twitter user wrote. But I don't trust Sheridan not to use the war as a backdrop for more ranch brawls and barbed wire monologues. Who will star? Casting news remains under wraps, but there's talk of bringing in a major Hollywood actor to headline 1944. That's not necessarily reassuring to fans who remember the delays and creative clashes with Kevin Costner all too well. Unless it's Helen Mirren in a cowboy hat again, I don't care, joked one user. Still, some are holding out hope that 1944 could surprise them. As one Redditor put it, maybe we'll see the origins of the Yellowstone brand in wartime. Maybe we'll finally understand how the ranch got so powerful. But if this turns into another slow-burn tragedy with no resolution, I'm out. What Sheridan has said. Taylor Sheridan himself has remained mostly mum on the 1944 backlash, though in previous interviews he's defended his creative choices. I'm telling a long story in pieces, he once said. Every era has shaped this family and the land they protect. But as fans point out, a long story doesn't mean a better one. Sheridan's mistake isn't writing another show, one ex-user summarized. It's assuming we'll keep watching just because it says Dutton on the label. Final thoughts. The wild success of Yellowstone and its spin-offs has made Sheridan the undisputed king of Western TV. But with 1944, he might be riding the horse too hard. Fans don't just want more Duttons. They want meaning, closure, and characters who resonate, not just exist to bridge generational gaps. As one fan dramatically put it, Taylor Sheridan is trying to write the Bible of the American West. But right now, it's starting to feel more like the lost books of the Duttons. Will 1944 win them back, or will it be the spinoff that breaks the brand? Only time and the Yellowstone River will tell.